International students are returning. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian Heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee. Let's look at this article from SBS News which is discussing international students returning to Australia. Now, this is important for our property sector and our university sector, two groups with huge lobbying power. And it also helps the farmers who want people to work on their farms and, well, retail and hospitality jobs that want people as well. International students are a big part of Australia, everyone. You know, I feel sorry for some of the dodgy quality degrees that they're getting, but, I mean, you know, they want it, they come here, they enjoy it, they make money here. A lot of them come immigrate and settle here. And if you want people to grow your country, you want the smarter, hard-working people, don't you? Anyway, let's look at this. Quarantine scrapped for vaccinated international students returning to New South Wales. The first chartered plane will touch down in Sydney on the 6th of December with about 250 students from countries including Indonesia, Singapore, Vietnam, China, and Canada. So, vaccinated international students entering New South Wales will not have to quarantine, the government has announced, as the state gears up for their return next month. So, I can't say I'm at all surprised. You know, we're seeing this happening. This is the beginning of the return back to normal. And I think we'll see it next year. The universities and the property sector just have so much lobbying power. They want to open up the country. They need to get these students back. Our universities are dependent on this income stream. The state government said on Friday it will not require them to quarantine if they are fully vaccinated with a vaccine recognised by the TGA. The first chartered plane will touch down in Sydney on the 6th of December with about 250 students from countries including Indonesia, Singapore, Vietnam, China and Canada. A second flight bringing students from South Asia is also scheduled. Premier Dominic Perrotti says this is a significant milestone. They don't just make a significant contribution to our economy, but international students play a role in our culture and contribute to our community and lifestyle, the Premier said in a statement. The announcement mirrors one made by the Premier in May, which was thwarted by the Delta outbreak that started the following month. New South Wales Vice-Chancellor's Committee Conveyor, Bernie Glover, welcomed the announcement and said there would hopefully be 500 fully vaccinated students returning to New South Wales and ACT universities by the end of the year. We have missed the many contributions international students make to our community, the professor said. It comes as no new coronavirus deaths were reported in New South Wales in the previous 24 hours for the first time in almost 3 months, while health authorities encourage people who have been vaccinated for 6 months to book in for a booster shot, everyone. We can see here, I mean, there you go. No deaths, only 32 in ICU. So we obviously have no risk in New South Wales of the ICUs being flooded. The risk with the Rona, guys, is that your ICU stays are longer than normal. That's the biggest risk of this all, compared to other, where you normally a few days goes to weeks with this illness. The milestone comes as vaccination rates across the state continue to climb, keeping hospitalizations low. New South Wales reported 250 local COVID-19 cases in the 24 hours to 8 p.m. Friday, 36 lower than the previous day. The health districts with the most cases are in southwestern Sydney, where 54 people tested positive, and Western Sydney, where there were 42 new cases. In the state's regions, there were 39 new cases in the Hunter, New England region and 32 in the Murrumbidgee area. There are 228 people in hospital, also down on the previous day's tally, with 32 in intensive care. The last time the state recorded no deaths in reporting period was more than 11 weeks ago on the 24th of August. Some 90.8% of people over 16 are fully vaccinated, and 94.1% of adults have had their first jab. In the 12 to 15 age group, more than 80% have had their first dose, and 72.4% have had both. New South Wales Health's Dr. Jeremy McOnthe said now the state has passed 90% double-dose vaccination milestone. It is important for anyone aged 18 and over who has been vaccinated for 6 months to seek out a booster shot. While the risk of infection and disease is much higher in unvaccinated people, we do sometimes see outbreaks occurring among vaccinated people, particularly in indoor settings like gyms, bars, and pubs. Early testing for symptoms is critical. So Victoria has 1,221 COVID infections. Victoria added 1,221 new infections to its COVID-19 caseload while recording another 4 virus-related deaths. The state is now managing 16,671 active virus cases, 405 of them in hospital care, 77 patients are in intensive care, 51 of them requiring ventilation. Health authorities say testers processed more than 60,000 results on Friday, while 10,708 vaccination doses were administered at state-run clinics. Victoria is now at 86% double vaccinated for everyone aged 12 and over. So there you have it, everyone. There you have it. International students returning. I can't say I'm at all surprised. They're an important part of our property sector. They're an important part of the funding for our university sector. There was always going to be a huge push to get international students back here in Australia. There's also calls from the very same Premier in New South Wales for 200 additional migrants here in Australia to, well, soak up the labour shortages that we have. Next year is definitely going to be interesting. I think they'll open up the country as much as they can because they need to get people back here. They want tourism, they'll want trade, they'll want international students, they'll want migration. And compared to other parts of the world, Australia is still going to be very attractive, guys. What's that going to mean for the economy? What's that going to mean for property? We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, I want you to check out this last video where I think it was a year ago, they were already experimenting with bringing international students over. And this was back when they were quarantined, before Australians couldn't even get back into the country. Check it out, guys. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye for now.